What's up, everyone? This is your everyday consumer, Mikey G, and welcome to a Black Owned Live. And unfortunately, I did have a great show ready to go. I invited Minority Report TV to come on to a live, talk to you guys about her channel because she does the same thing as I do on my channel, which is doing reviews on products from Black owned businesses, which is very important, as well as interviews. If you haven't, even though she's not here, check out her channel, Minority Report TV, and go ahead, subscribe, like her stuff. She's a great person, as well as a great YouTuber. And also, my partner in crime, in justice, in supporting Black-owned businesses, my man, MyBlack Univ3rs3. Unfortunately, I haven't heard dang, it's so tough, man. It's tough. But no. MyBlack Univ3rs3, he's great. Check out his YouTube channel. He does reviews as well. He's awesome. Check him out. Subscribe, like his videos and whatnot. But, sometimes things don't work out. Sometimes it won't happen how you planned it and whatnot. And honestly, I take it on me. I'll take the L for things because it means that I should have been better prepared, right? You got to have a backup plan in life. You got to be ready to go. So, but at the same time, I'm a man of my word. I'm not the type of guy that wants to say I'm going to do something and not do it. But what can you do? So I'm here. I'm going to go ahead and do a live show with you guys. And yeah. I'm a little nervous. I never, ever have done a show by myself. I'm new to this. What can you say? But this is actually a good thing for me. It's good for me to practice, get to know what it's like to be able to keep a show going on your own. It's an important skill. I do not envy any YouTuber that can do this and make it seem seamless. A lot of times you'll watch a video on YouTube and you think that it's just, oh my gosh, this is easy. You can do it. No. Get a camera, get the mic, get all that stuff. But I guarantee you, it's not nearly as easy as it looks. All right. You got to prepare for this stuff. But yeah. So instead of originally we were going to talk about Mother's Day gifts, Black owned Mother's Day gifts. You got to get a great gift for mom on Mother's Day. Don't be like me. I still haven't got a chance to hang out with my mom. I'm hoping she won't see this live. I love you, Ma. You're the best thing in the world to me. But I bought her a gift from Southern Elegance Candle Company. I don't know if you ever heard of them or not, but let me go ahead and throw the ticker in there real quick so you can see how I spell it. Southern Elegance Candle Company. If you're looking for them, it's secandleco.com. All right. They have a wide variety of different scents, smells. Awesome for family, for mom, Mother's Day, her birthday, Christmas. Anyone, if you know anyone who loves candles, that's where you want to go. And they're Black owned. Make sure you support them as well. But I said, what am I going to do if I don't have a lady here to talk about gifts for Mother's Day? That was the important part about having Minority Report come through and help me out, is that she was going to go ahead and give us some great ideas for Mother's Day. What do women really want on Mother's Day? I feel like there's some gifts out there you really don't want to get, and I could tell you that you don't want to get your mom something that has to do with cooking or in the kitchen, right? Nobody wants to. You don't ever buy a woman something that has to do with being in the kitchen or anything like that. Look for things that are a little bit out of the box. Find out what they love, what they like. Do they like chocolates? Do they like flowers? It's whatever you go for. And if you're looking for something for chocolates, you know what? I know a couple of Black-owned businesses that'll help you out with that. First off is a very popular one called what would they call? I know, Harlem Chocolate Factory. They have great stuff, I'm telling you. I tried it out. It's a little bit chewy for me, but some people actually like their chocolate that way. You go ahead and get them a box of that. You might be straight. Maybe you want to. Maybe they're not. Maybe you want to get flowers, right? I don't know many Black-owned florists out there, but you might want to look it up. But so I thought about, instead of talking about things, how about I just go to my Instagram feed and scroll through some of the black-owned businesses. If you're looking for some, check out my feed on Instagram. You'll be able to find out about a lot more businesses out there that you can support with all kinds of different products, right? So I said, why not? I'll just scroll through, introduce you guys to a couple of these, and then I'm going to get off in like probably 15 minutes. Not going to hold you up too long, but I did want to put something out there so that you can learn about more businesses that you can support and all that good stuff. So first up is, oh, wow, I done messed up already. Okay. So first up, I thought about us being able to, wrong one. There we go. So first up on Instagram, right? Greenwood Banking Service. I'm planning on doing a review on this. I like them a lot. This was actually started by, he's a rapper. One of my favorite rappers too, man. He's out there hanging out with Outkast and them. Killer Mike. That's right. So Killer Mike, he's out there. He started up a banking service. It's not a bank. Greenwood.com. Check it. GreenwoodBanking.com. Check them out. I guarantee you'll be able to join them for free. And I've already actually joined up. It's taken me a year. I'm not gonna lie. It took a long time for me to finally get my card, but at the same time, I'm glad I did because what they do is that whatever you buy, they round it up to the next dollar, and then they take that change and they put it in an account for HBCUs and other Latinx community services and whatnot. So go ahead, sign up for that because we need to make sure our money stays within the community as much as possible, right? We can't be upset about us not paying attention and not having the funds to be able to fix our own issues if we're throwing our money outside of the community, right? So make sure you go ahead, sign up for that. That way, we're kind of at least getting the change. Even if you're not spending your dollar with a black-owned business, at the very least, there's a couple of cents going toward helping out our community. And on top of that, it's a win-win. It's a win-win-win. So, and you know what? There's something else I forgot. I didn't even bring it up. Payment. This is the black-owned version of PayPal, guys. I've signed up for it, and it looks legitimate. It looks good. Make sure you guys look into them. Payment. I don't know much about the owner or anything, but it's pretty good, and I like it a lot. It works really, really well. Hot dog. All right, looks like my man, MyBlack Univ3rs3 is finally going to be able to come through. And I'm going to wait for him to stop on by. But I tell you what, I'm not staying on too long, guys. As much as I love you, as much as I love putting black businesses out there so that they can be recognized, be seen, it's tough. And if you have any questions, don't be shy. Leave a comment down below. Go ahead. I will answer your questions. If you're looking for anything in particular, I'll do my best. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know everything, like I know every single business that's out there. That's not me. That's not the case. But you know what? Let me shut up a little bit and pull up my man, MyBlack Univ3rs3 up here. I hope he's all set, ready to go. Let's see how's he doing.
Hey, what's going on, bro? What's going on?
What's up, homie? How you been, man?
Man, I'm good, man. Better. Sorry about the delay, the wait. Man, work trying to kill me out there, man.
Oh man, I tell you, I gotta get up early tomorrow. They took my day off and the next day. I'm like, ah, dang, they making me
Sheesh.
work.
Are you working Saturday?
Yeah, I'm working Saturday, dog.
Sheesh.
Yeah, they making. You know what? More money for me to put back into the black community, right?
Right, right.
Nah, I'm glad you came on, man. I was just going through my Instagram feed talking about some black owned businesses there and stuff.
Okay,
I never really ran a show by myself, so this is definitely something new to me, man.
okay. Yeah, man. Like I said, so the situation at work was I was like, you know what? I'm gonna hold off trying to finish this until Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And then my team lead was like, "Oh man, if you do this, you do that, you'll be fine." And I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll try that." And what should have been me leaving
Mm-hmm.
became an additional hour of work. And I was like,
Wow.
okay. And so yeah, we got out of the joint late. Thankfully, traffic started clearing up by the time I started making my way back home. So, but
Okay.
bro,
Man. So yeah, you out there? Y'all got traffic in Texas?
traffic, bro. We got nightmares, man. You know all the people in California here now too.
Man, you don't know about traffic, man. You don't live near DC. I in DC.
Man, look,
um,
30, 20, 35 going north or south between 2 and 6 o'clock. Nightmare, bro.
yeah. Oh
Nightmare.
man, I believe you on that. I believe you on that. But go ahead, and introduce yourself. Talk about your page and everything.
What's going on, family? Support Big Big for My Black Universe. I cover as well, like my dude Mikey G and Black on World. I cover black owned companies, black owned products like this hat from Nubia Apparel. You know what I'm saying? This maroon joint. Just so y'all, I
It's
don't
good.
want y'all to think I wasn't matching. The light is super bright up here, but also this hat is represented. This is the flag for the Maroons, the Foundational Black American Maroons that inhabited Virginia. I want to say Virginia all the way down to the Carolinas, and I want to say parts of Georgia.
Mm,
That were fighting back in the day when they thought all of us was laying down. These brothers and sisters were fighting. They were putting hands on the white supremacists and the people who try to keep perpetuating slavery after we were supposed to be free.
mm.
So yeah.
All right. That's what's up. I thought you became a Redskins fan for a second. Oh,
Oh
I'm.
no.
No, man. No. Speaking of that, I heard that there's a thing about building a stadium down here near me. Man, I'm gonna hold on. People don't understand the power of real estate. I wish our community got more heavily into that. You know.
We're trying to. So I've been hearing of situations like on the West Coast where if they want some property that you have
Mm-hmm.
and you're a good person and you ain't messing around, they have these injunction type situations where because gang members might come to you through and patron your business and other businesses,
Mm-hmm.
they'll say, "Oh, you're the reason why gang activity is happening in this area. So we gotta you either gonna sell us your business or we're gonna take it."
Really?
Enforce you. Yeah, there's legislation out like that right now. People they will say, "Oh, yeah, we saw two people who might happen to be Crip or Blood or whatever affiliation walk into your store." So uh, NUWBIA.
Oh, NUWBIA.
Yeah, NUWBIA. Yep, Nubia Apparel.
Oh, Nubia. My bad, man. My
No
bad.
worries, no worries, man. That's what we're here for. But yeah, and they'll get you up out of there. They'll get you out of your business. You can own your building outright, own the land, you pay your taxes on time and everything. But because they want what you have, and you're not gonna get it's the same thing when we had what Seneca Village
Mm,
became Central Park and other places
mm,
like that where we own the land, we inhabit the land, we develop the land.
right.
Like, yeah, we want that. We want that. And it was eminent domain. And they were like, yeah, we're gonna take that from you.
Yeah, man. A lot of those things. People don't realize back in the day in the 50s and 60s, they had some high traffic or highway act or something to be
Yep.
able to take away projects. Or not. I think it was how they built projects for black communities. Was they split down the pretty much the whole city and town so that
Yep.
white people can get the nice area over here, but the
Yep.
blacks in the ghettos.
Yep. And then one time we had leaded fuel. I
Mm,
vaguely remember when I was a kid,
mm-hmm.
but they stopped doing it because see what the leaded fuel was supposed to do was pollute the impoverished areas where black folk were at.
Mm-hmm.
What happened was because the wind, you can't control the wind and stuff like that, it started polluting all areas. So white folks got affected, and it was like, oh, well, we got to just stop leaded fuel, and that's why we have unleaded fuel. So for those who
Mm-hmm.
want to know, you can do your history, you can Google it. One point in time, yeah, we had leaded fuel, but it was hurting everybody, not just black folk.
Man, yeah, man. This zoning and all that. I'm sure it was something new back then, but now we know about it. It's something that we got to keep in mind, man. We got to see how they take land and whatnot. Which one's most valuable? Where they want to put you. You never want to be where they want to put you at.
Yes, facts.
But
It would never
yeah,
be prime real estate.
yeah.
But yeah, man, we're starting to see it, and we're starting to make kind of moves. Today, I was talking to a brother. It's Consumer Cooperative Company,
Mm,
and
okay.
what he was doing was you can get in now. It's on fan base. Shout out to Isaac Hayes III.
Hmm.
Um, and I got $60 worth of shares free.
Really?
That's what he's doing right now. Now he's about to close the door on that. Like you got to become a member to get in, room and get a lot of details. But I was invited to the room by uh, another brother, and I heard what they were talking about. And when he was like, "Oh, yeah, free shares in the company," I was immediately click, 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 click. Let's get in the door, and then we'll
Hmm.
buy more. But we're in the door, so that's something for people to check out. Fan base app. Find me in I'm same name, MyBlack Univ3rs, and I'll invite you into the room. They're actually gonna be in that room today until 11:59. I don't
Okay.
know if it's your time or my time, but they'll be in the room till 11:59. So um, yeah, get in that way you can get your feet in the door. If you don't do it for yourself, do it for your kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Get invest, man. Invest. Don't let your money just sit in the bank. I know how it is right now. I'll tell you right there. As far as investing in stocks, now's the time to go ahead and buy because things are low right now. But yeah, yeah. How was your Mother's Day? What you do for your moms?
Man, it wasn't much of a Mother's Day, man.
Yeah.
It just so much going on. My mom, she was just happy to see me. I think for I think the day before she had me tighten up her hair. I'm not a barber for them. Those won't know. But I do have a DIY kit from the Cut Buddy.
Right,
Um,
right.
but I kind of tightened it up for her,
Hmm.
get all because she keeps it really low, a little low fro. So I just
Okay.
tightened it up. That's all we did. Kind of tighten it up, fade out some areas, and
Yeah.
that's it. Really, there's no man. We unfortunately with so much going on and how much we run, we haven't really had a chance to really just sit down and have a family like get together or anything like that. In fact, my one of my cousins, her daughter,
Hmm.
she's throwing a graduation party for her daughter this weekend, and I'm gonna try to make that just so I can, because we don't really do a lot of stuff, man, because everybody's so busy with their lives.
Yeah,
So
man.
I'm gonna do that, and then another one of my cousins on my mom's side, he's actually having like a family get together. Everybody, it's kind of like a potluck. Everybody, what's your dish?
Yeah,
Cook
yeah.
that or make that, and then come. And so I'm gonna make some cheesecake, some Southern style cheesecake, and bring
Mm.
that. And just kind of bond, man, because we really don't slow down enough to enjoy family.
Yeah, you got to, man. Family's important. Family is 100% important. I'm in the same boat as you, man. I wish I did, but I didn't get a chance. I was supposed to take my mom out to dinner. I bought her a gift. I got her, I was just saying earlier, a candle from Southern Elegance Candle Company. I don't know if you
Okay.
ever heard of them. But yeah, I love it, man. They have a wide variety. They look professional. Go to their website. They send it to you on time. No rush. You get exactly what you asked for. So I can't argue with them. I have no problems.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, man.
That's what's up. I'm gonna check them out because I know my go-to has been a sister in Florida, Opulence by Jay.
I've
She's
heard.
been my go-to for some years, man. She does candles. In fact, she got to the point where she's actually doing candle making. Like you can book her to make your own candle, and she shows you how to do it and all that stuff. So, man, we got people out here making moves, man,
Yeah,
making
man.
moves.
Opulence by J. Is it Jay or just a J?
JAI.
Jai.
Yes.
Let's see if I know how to spell opulence real quick. You let me know. But
Yeah, that's right. That's on point. That's on point.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, man, opulence by Jay. Okay, okay, that's what's up, man. Yeah. Do you know what do you think women want for Mother's Day? What's a good Mother's Day gift?
Um,
Mm. So I'll be feeling
I
weird. I'll
think
be like, what?
a day off. A day off. They gotta do with the
Oh,
kids. They gotta clean up. They ain't gotta do nothing. They gotta lift nothing, do nothing.
mm-hmm.
Uh, the house get clean up the way they want to. Because if you don't, if you don't clean the way they want to clean, then they ain't clean.
Mm-hmm.
A day off, man. Just don't get bothered. They don't have to hear mom.
Yeah,
Out there, honey. They just decompress, relax. They
right.
get their favorite snacks, their favorite meal,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody get out their way, man.
Yeah, I hear that. I hear that. I'll be thinking, get her a bottle of wine, right?
Yeah, in the bottle of wine. Yeah, to get a bottle of wine. Let them have the remote. So you ain't gotta hear nobody fighting over nothing,
Mm-hmm.
arguing about nothing. Then I think that's like I think that's like the 30s to 40s mom. And
Mm-hmm.
then once they get like the 50, 60, then they want everybody to come over for Mother's Day. They want to see the grandbabies and stuff like
Mm.
that. So I think it depends on the age range. And what's going on, Miss Mills? Mills Cloud? What's going on?
But yeah, man, yeah. You know any black owned wine companies? I know it's tough because, shipping and
Maya
all that.
Maya has one. The singer.
Maya the singer?
Yeah.
I ain't heard from her in a minute. I was
Yeah, she
like,
has one. She has one. And somebody went into business with, I forgot the brother's name, but he was in sports.
okay.
But yeah, she got one. I don't know the name
Mm-hmm.
because I don't really drink wine like that. But Maya, and then there's Black Girl Magic. There's a brand called Black Girl Magic.
Okay.
Um, they the one I bought was a Riesling. I think that's pronounced. It was
Mm-hmm.
all right. But I'm not a wine drinker like that.
Nah.
Whiskey, rum.
Yeah, with
A grown man drink. But hey,
what's
they
up,
are
man?
sold out right now, man.
What are they
Other,
down there
other,
with you? Whiskey right?
no, no, whiskey. They're there with you, but they're sold out. Oh, Mel, she owned it. She got a couple bottles. Planet Nine Fine Wine by Maya.
Okay,
That's a
okay.
long name.
Fine. Thank you, Mel's Cloud. Thank you for helping the brother out, letting him be known out there. I'm going to go ahead
That's
and
a
throw that.
that's a long name. Planet Nine Fine Wine.
Mm-mm. Man, okay, okay.
Yeah, but
Good.
they regular whiskey. They sold out right now, man.
Oh, man. I love hearing it's good and bad because I'm like, dang, I want to get a bottle. But at the same time, I'm glad to see that and hear about black businesses, selling out of this stuff.
Yeah,
I just wanted
yeah.
to, next time around, get some more. Don't be afraid. I get it. Sometimes I get the idea that some of our entrepreneurs are content with where they're at, you know? We
Some
just,
some can be, but those are the ones that get caught up when it's time to really scale up. They
mm,
can't. They can't. Even at a basic level,
mm-hmm,
they get called behind a ball. They like, hey, we can't keep up. We gotta shut it down. But as if you're truly an entrepreneur, you should be thinking like, okay, I got a great product.
mm-hmm.
I'm consistent.
Yeah.
Let me
Keep,
let me constantly prepare for the scale up. Like the brag on Garner's Garden. Shout out to Garner. He's Maryland. Shout out to Maryland.
yeah, yeah.
I remember when he only had like 8 people in 2015,
Mm-hmm.
and now he has a whole big old warehouse
Mm.
where he's constantly pumping out product.
I tell you what, man, I like Garner's Garden. I actually you put me on the Love Scrub. That
Yeah,
rag for exfoliating your skin
yeah, yeah.
works like a charm, works great. But I
Yep.
said, I need a body wash to go with this, right? I don't want to lather up my soap and go through a 1 bar of soap every day. So I bought some of their lathering liquid soap. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah. The body wash.
The
Yeah.
body wash, exactly. I bought some of their body wash and it smells good. It's great ingredients, all natural and whatnot. And I'm definitely buying more from Garner's Garden. I'm gonna
Oh
throw
yeah.
them on.
Oh, I keep them in stock, man. I buy like 2, 3 bottles at a time.
Mm-hmm.
When I get low, it's like, all right, let me get another three. I'm down to my third bottle actually. So in about a week or two, I'm gonna re up again.
Yeah, man. I'll be scared to have a family because I'm gonna be that dad. I'm like, that's my last bottle. That's mine. You going? You going to school stank today?
Oh man, it's so with a family, man. You just gotta constantly meet her, and I get it because I was like that growing
Mm-hmm.
up. My dad had to constantly, hey, using way too much toilet paper, using way too much body wash, using way too much. You just overuse it. They were like, what you mean? Now that I got kids, I'm like, I see what you mean. Sheesh, sheesh. They just using you. Hey, bro, that's too much.
You don't need that much.
That's
You
too
need two
much.
drops. 2 drops.
Sheesh.
It'd be like that dad off of Everybody Hates Chris.
Yeah, he's like, that's 64 cents worth of soap you wasted.
Exactly. Oh man, but no, no. Garner's Garden, yeah, they've grown. But how far do you want to go? I want to see our businesses become so successful that they're on Forbes 500. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We need our businesses to get to that level.
I believe so. I was on TikTok. There was a sister, young sister. She was talking about, she hated. She was talking about, Main Choice and Sundial Brands and uh, uh, Carol's daughter, and how they sold the businesses. And the most recent ish thing was Honeypot.
Mm.
Allegedly, we thought she sold her business, but she did an open letter. Well, not an open letter, but she came out with a letter and she said, "Hey, I didn't sell the business. I had to change some things around." Now, I want to jump in that because part of me listening to it was like, if your ingredient list was working,
Mm.
it's paraben free and all these other harmful things. If it's free from all these harmful things and it's working, it's letting sisters keep that pH on balance and they ain't messing with them, they ain't have no irritation. Why
Okay.
you got to change your ingredient list? And I'm wondering, did the FDA or somebody say, "Oh yeah," kind of hint that if you don't change things to be less competitive, because she blew up hard and fast.
Yeah.
When people started getting, when I heard about Honey Pot, next thing I knew, they was doing it. They had scaled up. They're at
Mm-hmm.
Walmart, uh, all that. And so I'm wondering if the powers that be are trying to let her know like you're too successful.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, I hate it when FDA and all them get in the way, start telling you what you can and cannot do. Oh, you can't
Yeah,
use this, you can't use that. And it makes you wonder, like, what's the real reason behind it, you know?
yeah,
It A lot of these businesses, they got to jump through hurdles just because they don't they can't you got to grease the right palms, right?
yeah. It's not always what you know; it's who you know.
Yeah,
Who
you
you got
know.
in your back pocket, and who you saying, okay, let me throw some. But that's why they what they call it, lobbying.
Mhm. Lobbying, yeah, yeah. It's tricky, man.
Yeah, I can agree with. I'm reading Mel's comment. Yeah, I can read the cost, especially with inflation going on. That could
Mm.
really be making them rethink how they do things. But
Yeah.
still, I think sisters will pay a few dollars more for the same quality of same ingredients,
Mhm.
with the same quality than her having to you know get lesser ingredients or add new chemicals and stuff like that. So,
Yeah. 'Cause a
but
lot of
I'm
these
not a lady. I'm not. I can't.
yeah.
I
That's
just
what
support.
that's why I was hoping to have Minority Report come through, talk more about the more feminine, black-owned products out there because it's tough for
Right.
us to talk about. I can't tell you how good this makeup is or anything. I don't wear any. It's not my
Yeah.
style.
I don't wear makeup. I don't wear perfume.
Yeah.
Uh, the female like the body wash exclusively for females. I, you know, I,
Mm-hmm.
hey, I will. I've reached out to sisters and sometimes I guess it feels weird that they think I'm trying to holler. I'm like, nah, this is serious. I got a YouTube channel. I'm serious. Uh, I'm like, hey, I got this product. I'll buy it. Would you mind using it and giving your honest opinion about it? And like, I don't know, I don't know. That's it. That's all I got.
Mm-hmm.
Until my daughter gets old and she wants to do more videos and she comes of age where she needs those type of products. That's all I got. It's like, look, I can reach out to a sister. Hey, I'll buy it. Just give you honest review. I give you credit for it, whatever. And they be
Mm-hmm.
like, nah, I don't know if I want to be on camera. All right, well, okay, I tried.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
I
Yeah.
tried.
You got that's what you got. Some people got to get over that camera shyness, for the good of the people. Let everyone know,
Yep.
hey, I'm just a normal person. I'm letting you know what's good and what's not. Hmm.
You see what Mel wrote?
Yeah, yeah. Let me go ahead. I can
Having
go ahead and do this. Watch. Bam.
bam. There we go.
Ironically, they
Well,
are losing business because now the customers in the U.S. are having allergic
I think
reactions
she
to their
mean us.
products.
I think she mean us,
Oh,
like the
us.
ladies.
Oh, I'm sorry. You read my bad. Us.
See, and I don't think that's something she wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
I need to go find a video where she reads. I think it's a video online.
Mm-hmm.
Minority Report. She did do a live on that video. That's how I found out about it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do my research and I think I'm gonna cover that and say, hey man, I think if it's something that seems funny style, I'll do a video. But if it seems like, hey, she just had to make this move, I'll let it be. But
Right.
that sucks. That sucks. Cause like, why would you change that? You had a winning girls formula. Why would
Mm-hmm.
you change that now? What happened? What really happened?
Nah, you would never do that to your own business. I don't think. I mean, let's not be. To be real, there are those businesses out there that will change out ingredients because it's cheaper or easier or it
Yeah,
makes it last longer, whatever the reason is. But I think with us, we figure out what works for us and we want to stick to it as much as possible.
yeah, yeah,
You know?
yeah. That's why I wouldn't be. When I used to haven't bought a new beard product yet, when I would do it, I would only do 4 a year. There's
Mm.
tons of black owned companies with quality beard products, but only 4 a year because that's a lot of stress on my beard to switch up to a completely different formula of
Mm.
product. The oil, the balm,
Mm-hmm.
the face wash, and all that stuff. That's
Mm-hmm.
a lot on my beard. My beard's like, yo, I just got this down pat, and now you finna switch again.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I've been taking it easy on that because it's like it's a lot of wear and tear. Because once we learn how our hair and our body works, we say, okay, this is it. This is how we move.
This is
Bada
what
bing,
we
bada
sticking
boom.
to.
Yeah,
Man, man. So you out there in Texas, man. Y'all, y'all
yeah,
had
yeah,
that
man,
terrible, tragic thing
bro,
happen recently.
bro. I am so pissed to
Mm.
learn. I want all the details, but the few details we learned so far,
Mm-hmm.
my initial thought was he killed his grandmother. Police guy went into it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a neighbor might have called. I heard gunshots, whatever. Um, and they tried to engage him, and he still got in school. Which I was like, how do you get in school if you're more than one officer
Mm-hmm.
and you're in a firefight? He should have been laid down. How do you get
Mm-hmm.
between? How do you get from around you to the school? Weren't you in between the school? That's my first thought process.
Right.
Then I learned today that the officers actually went into the school, got their children out, their children,
Their own children
their
only.
own children out, multiple officers,
Mm.
and then 19 minutes later they stop them.
Man, I'm not
That's
gonna.
cowardice, bro.
It is cowardice. I heard that those cops outside and parents outside were telling those cops, go in, save the kids. But they just said they were going to hold outside for whatever reason.
Cowardice, man.
Yeah,
Cowardice.
man.
It's you had it over the years. Oh, my life is hard. Blue lives matter. Or y'all pull people over for tickets. Y'all are three or
Hmm.
four cars deep, surrounding the
Yeah.
vehicle. The man sit outside, feel like he had perpetrated his hands cuffed. Y'all go through his vehicle, don't find nothing, act
Hmm.
like nothing happened. This is a real threat. You could really save lives, really be heroes. You have the numbers and the firepower.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't get it twisted. I like I said, my neighbor when he was on whatever he was on,
Hmm.
and I'm thinking I'm in a nice. Well, the rest of the neighborhood is nice. He was being different. I don't know what's going on with him.
Hmm.
That was the officer. He had a rifle across his chest, hanging. I'm like, you guys have access to the weaponry. Why didn't you go and save those children?
Right. Yeah, man. I don't know if there's any, I don't know, ignoring your duties or something charge or something for them. They should
Something,
have one.
something. But it's not the first time this happened. I don't know if the story made national news, but I want to say a few years back in San Antonio, there was
Hmm.
another school, um, active shooter. Thankfully, they got wind and they were able to lock the doors to keep them out. But
Right.
the officer that was on patrol literally went the opposite direction of the
Ran.
shooter. I'm
Straight
like,
ran.
you got armor. This is what you train for. This is what you train.
Hmm.
Like, bro, for real?
Yeah,
Like,
man.
okay.
It's jacked up. But everyone's now they talking about resolutions. They want solutions to things like this. I'll tell you what. Some of these, like, there's nothing you can do about people who are racist out there. Honestly,
Right.
they're gonna be out there. Some of them are gonna be crazy enough to do something like that. But for people like this one and one in Texas, which I'm hearing is a mental health issue type of thing. Uh, there's things that we can do about that, but a lot of people want to run straight to banning guns and whatnot, or more gun restriction laws, and I just don't agree with that. I don't think that's the answer at all.
Well, so here's the thing. Most of these guys are online on these threads like 4chan, 8chan, and stuff like that,
Hmm.
and they talk about this openly about, oh, if I had a gun and this, that, and the third, and what they would do.
Mm.
And the FBI knows. The CIA knows. They monitor all the internet. You can't.
Oh
You
yeah.
say something crazy about the president if you want to, even remotely threaten his life, they are going to come and knock on your door the next day. They knocking on your door, let you know, hey, the president's in town. You got to leave town because you made a
Hmm.
threat, a veiled threat, two
Yep.
years ago. They know about this. Like they knew about the Buffalo shooter. He was already being investigated locally and
He
federally,
was. He was.
and they could have stopped that. Now I have a problem because at the same time the people, especially the brother that was talking about, he talked to him, he knew he's
Mm-hmm.
out of place. Brother, you knew he's out of place, and as a man, you supposed to be like, yo, man, who are you? And ask real questions. And you listen to his interview, he's like, oh yeah, he was skittish, and he was his body language telling you he's not he's there for nefarious reasons. You should check this. Like, look, man, I'm gonna be here. I better not catch you here or whatever. That
Yeah.
shouldn't have happened. This the situation with the school shooter. They're saying they're trying to claim mental illness. Uh, but he wrote online. I think I read it recently. He wrote online that hey, I'm going to shoot up an elementary school. So I don't think this is
What?
mental illness. If you really mentally ill people just go off the handle. No provocation or
It's
warning, they just go off the handle.
yeah.
They
It's
don't
almost
plan
last
out
minute.
and broadcast and say, hey, yeah, I'm finna, tomorrow's finna go down. I'm finna do what
Mm-hmm.
the woo woo. Case in point, there was a veiled threat at one of the elementary schools here in Fort Worth. My children are in elementary school.
Okay. Okay.
You know what I told their mom? We talked last night.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I'd rather err on the side of caution. I'll take the absences. If they ask, oh, they were absent, they were absent. Yeah, that's that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why'd you have them absent? Because there's threats of shooting up elementary schools going on. There was actually an elementary school that was shot up here in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
So as a father, I'd rather my children have two absences and make up or however we need to make up, then my children go to school and then they're absent from my life permanently.
No, I agree 100%, man. I'll tell you what, I'm one of the types. You gotta be able to protect your family, protect your own, and I'm all for the Second Amendment, man. Go learn how to use it. Don't just buy one and just let it sit on your hip and all that. Get
Yep.
training, be ready, and qualify with that thing. Go practice with it weekly, bi-weekly. Just get comfortable
Yeah.
with it. You
It's
know.
it's a tool. If you don't use it, what you gonna do?
Yeah.
You have it, but you never shot it. You don't know what to expect. You don't know how to handle recoil.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll probably be more nervous in a situation where you need to use it than if you, like you said, train with it.
Yeah. You got to
Uh,
practice with that.
I showed my children my firearm. I made sure
Mm-hmm.
there was no rounds in it. Safety first.
Mm-hmm.
But I let them know that I am a legal gun owner. This is a slide. This is the safety. And then I ended the conversation. Look, if you ever see a firearm, you come get me or your mother. You don't touch it. You don't pick it up. You don't grab it. You come get me and your mother.
Yeah.
Just so
Yeah.
they know, these things are real and these aren't toys.
No, they're not. They're not, man.
So, yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So I think for me, I think the biggest thing to resolve problems like that, because things like that, when they happen, there's only three endings for it. Either someone with a gun goes in and stops them, they
Yeah.
stop themselves using their own gun, or they surrender. But typically, by the time they surrender, it's too late. The damage has been done.
Yeah.
So if you want to save lives, you gotta people have
Man,
to be around there with common sense, have to be ready to go.
if there was any point in time where police shooting would be justified, that was one.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That was one. If there was any point in time where police shooting would be justified, that was one.
Hmm.
He's in there. There's children, surplus arm. Is that a black owned?
That is a black-owned gun manufacturer. I believe they're up in Philly, in Philadelphia.
So we got another. We had one before a few years back, but he never caught traction. I
Was
think
it
it was
Black Swords?
no. I think it was Citizens. Hold on, let me look real quick.
Hmm. But yeah, Surplus Army done. They don't have any pistols. They don't make any pistols or anything, but they do make some rifles or and whatnot. Uh, it's I haven't shot it yet. I plan on doing a review on it, but I've gotten two of them and I like them. They seem to work well. But you know what? Another problem when it comes to to weapons and whatnot with people's mindsets, go ahead and get familiar with them. Understand what it is. Don't believe everything the news tells you, because a lot of information they're giving you is it's just not it. They'll have you scared of. They be looking at talking about ARs or designed to kill people and whatnot. Like no, AR-15s aren't automatic weapons at all. You know.
They're not. That's just the name. It's not out. It doesn't mean automatic rifle.
Mm-mm.
It was Civilian Force Arms was the company name.
Okay.
and he never caught traction, man. I think he was great that he was doing it, but he came. I think he came out a couple years too soon
Mm.
um, to really be effective because the white folk they were trying his arms. They were talking about they were giving their reviews,
Okay.
and he never caught traction. And I wasn't at the point where I could afford a firearm.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time I was like, oh shoot, man, my money's right. Let me go. Let me look up their brothers. You can't find them. You can hardly find his firearms now. The civilian
Dude,
force arms.
civilian force arms. Dang.
Yep.
Yeah, I missed them, man. I missed them. I'm mad I did because if anything, our community should be understanding that stuff, man. You know, it's not just a matter. It's just a matter of protection. That's why I'm not against I am against the restrictions and whatnot because it's like you're not stopping criminals from getting it. You're not
No,
stopping any
oh,
of them.
not at all.
You're only making it harder for law-abiding citizens. The only people that care about the law are those that abide by the law.
Exactly.
You know?
Criminals gonna get guns, and now however they gonna get them, they gonna have them. It's gonna make it easy to rob you. Hey, I know you ain't got a gun. Just give me all your
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
And the shooter in Buffalo, he even said that he targeted New York because they had the strictest gun laws. He wasn't worried about someone being able to defend
Yeah,
themselves or stop him.
yeah. Gun laws are super strict up there,
Mm-hmm.
and I was one brother. He was telling me, he's like, man, come on, the gun laws strict. I said, I understand that, but shoot, at
Yeah,
least have some mace or something, some pepper spray
yeah,
could have slowed him down.
yeah. Could have done something.
It made no sense. This man was able to go through 10 people, shoot the midsection, and then do a I forgot what it's called. It's a military term where you make
Hot
sure
reload.
like where they do kill shot in the head. They
Oh
call
yeah,
it something check. It's
yeah,
a live check. I forgot what the term is called.
man.
But I shoot you in the stomach to make sure you dead. I come up there and pop you one more time in the head to make sure you're gone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
Man,
I'll tell you what. I spoke to a friend up there in Buffalo, and he was telling me that the guy cased the place 3 times, the top
yeah,
store, like 3 times, dressed like a homeless guy. He go in, look around, and he went there at that certain time because they believe that it was because that was a like prime time for like elderly people to be in there. And he was aiming for black people in the neighborhood. He wanted elderly people. It's
people
real cowardice, man.
people he knew were very unlikely to fight back. They going
Mm-hmm.
about that day. Grandma's not grandma not thinking because she not the life we think if you in the quote unquote gangster life and then you moving drugs whatever then you got to worry about that. But if I'm
Mm-hmm.
just a regular old lady going about my day, I ain't got to worry about that. I'm here
Yeah.
shopping. I'm gonna get my groceries. I'm gonna get my apples. I'm gonna make some apple pie for my grandbabies.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm worried about. Unfortunately, that day somebody else was worried about them.
Mm. So, what do you think is the solution for this? What happened down there in Texas? What do you think would be the best option to make sure elementary schools children are able to go to school without having to be worried about being attacked or losing their lives?
I think one thing to do is I'm not sure how that situation was set up where the doors.
Mm-hmm.
I know the doors up here in Fort Worth, they have magnetic locks.
Mm.
You can't get in through any other door. If you are not faculty or staff, you got to go through the main office. The main office has a magnetic door,
Mm-hmm.
so you got to go through there. They have the call camera. They make sure you who you are, and then they let you in. I think that's one step.
Mm.
And yeah, I want to say armed security, but if they're gonna do anything like the San Antonio cop or the cops down there in Uvalde, we don't need them. We don't need that because you just
Yeah.
basically going you there to get paid, and you're not gonna protect nobody.
Nah, nah. I mean,
So at that
I think
so
there
at
should
that
be a
point, I don't know what
special
to do
team. Mm-hmm.
because I don't know if I want teachers to have guns per se. Um, you're around a lot of children, especially if you're around other children. Let's say you're stooping down, child time, and once somebody decide to reach and grab your gun,
Mm-hmm. What?
that could be a very tricky situation. So I do think we need to have teams.
Mm-hmm.
We need to have teams of people who are actually dedicated to protecting the lives of the children.
Yeah.
You can't say
Yeah.
I'm on a team and I'm willing to lay down my life, and then when danger happens, it's like, okay, kids, fend you for yourself. I, the adult, I'm going to run the opposite way.
Right. Right. Yeah, I think it should be teams. I think it should be statewide. I mean, not state. Every state should be able to decide their own team. State government decide how they work it. If they want them to have rifles, then that's cool. The next state might not want them to be armed at all. Like I said, I don't think anyone would want to sign up for that job. But
Right.
and that their specific thing is in case of fatal situations like that, so that if there's kids fighting, they're not going to be deployed for that. That's regular security stuff. Let them handle that stuff.
Yeah.
That way.
That's a fight. Break it up, write
Hmm.
everybody up, find out what happened, write people up, tell the parents. It is what it is. It's
Yeah.
everyday stuff. But when somebody says active shooter or
Yeah.
bomb threat or
Hmm.
anything like that, you need to move differently.
Yeah. It is.
You
It's a
can't treat it
different.
idle. You can't have cowards that are trained, that are like, this your position.
Hmm.
Now, if this was regular parents, I can pretty much understand. They're not mentally trained for that. They're not ready for that. But even myself as a parent, if I get wind of a active shooter and I'm coming to get my child, hey, teachers, me and my brother, we was talking about this morning. Hey,
Mm.
we need to go. We need to go. Active shooter, y'all follow me. We're heading this way. Get the kids out this way. I make sure everybody gets past me, all the kids and the adults
Hmm.
and the teachers, and I'm gonna be the last person out.
Yeah.
I'm now, mind you, I'm not an officer. I'm not trained for that stuff. But as a parent, I have the wherewithal to say, okay, we need to get these kids up out of here. The
Yeah.
shooter's this way. We're finna go this way.
Hmm. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's even tougher though, because you mentioned earlier that some of those cops went in and made sure they got their own kids out,
Yeah,
right?
you could have took all of them out.
You could have took them all out,
You
but
an officer. Hey, I'm here. We need to
hmm
get these babies up out of here.
and I can't say I would blame them, man. If it was an active shooter, if there was any classroom I was gonna get evacuated, get them out, it would be my kids first if I can, you know.
And okay,
But
and I get that, but my
hmm
kids plus everybody else. It's
yeah,
not my kids. Y'all stay here, and I'm
no,
an
no,
officer. Nah, bro.
nah, that's jacked
Nah.
up. That's jacked up. But yeah, man, the world. Sometimes I just got cut off the news, man.
Yeah, man. After me and my brother talked, we so hot. I had to turn on some big crit. Actually, I was listening to Coach Contra. I had to
Okay.
get some hip hop, some dope lyricism, just kind of mellow out because I'm like I'm on my way to a work site, but I'm so hot because of the cowardice of these so-called men
Mm-hmm.
who
That's
refuse to protect children.
yeah, man.
It's not like it's another adult that can figure out, hey, oh, gunshots, let me run. These are kids. They don't know what to do.
Nah.
They probably think about going home and playing Roblox and Minecraft and all that other nonsense. They ain't thinking about
Hmm.
no active shooter.
Nah,
Like,
man.
come on, bro.
Yeah, that's why I say I like the idea of depending on the community for the stuff. No one's gonna care about them kids more than the parents in there. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Nobody's gonna care about them kids. I mean, even the police officers that didn't care enough to say, "I'm going in. I got to do my job. This is my duty." You know, it's wild. It's wild. But yeah, we gotta depend on ourselves, ready to go at all times. But Buffalo, it, it here's another thing I heard, that as far as when it comes to mental health, there's no one really enforcing that stuff. Like someone needs some mental help, they go to a mental hospital. I heard one loophole was this, that if you voluntarily say you'll go in, even though if you got dropped off there by the police, and they'll ask you, do you voluntarily want to stay here, or we're gonna have to force you. A lot of them say they volunteer, and if they volunteer, they don't have to have their records exposed to the police. They don't have to have their name put on the naughty list, saying that they can't get a weapon, and the what's it called, the background checks won't ding on them. That's what I
That's
heard.
crazy. That's
Yeah, yeah, man. It,
that's crazy, man.
wow.
You
You got
Oh man, these little loopholes, man.
you gotta laugh to keep from
It's
crying, man.
and it would piss me off the people who are in office. These
Mm-hmm.
aren't their children they're worried about. They don't have to worry about their kids getting gunned down, mowed down, anything like that. They're
Mm-hmm.
pretty much good to go. Private schools and stuff like that. And
Nope.
then when the other people kids are like, oh, they're like, oh man, it's terrible.
Mm.
But in other news, it's like dang. But then I feel like for the people who voted for these folks, like, what'd you
Yeah.
expect?
What do you expect? What are you voting for? A lot of these guys, and they don't want these problems fixed. They don't want them. They don't want them resolved because they like having the polarization. They like being able to pull people apart so that they can actually, gain a certain number of votes.
Right.
They want to be polarizing. It reminds me back to another thing that happened this month. Yeah, they're talking about Supreme Court wanting to overturn Roe v. Wade, and that's a big topic. It's real touchy, real sensitive. I'm not gonna get on it, but imagine if they overturned it, and then all of a sudden, every state, which I feel like how it should be in America, every state should be able to decide what state law they want. If that's the case, it's no longer as polarizing as it used to be because
Right.
everyone can just move to where they want to be. Hey, I'm not with this. I'm moving out of Cali. Hey, I'm totally against it. I'm moving to Texas, and then everyone's around other people who think like them on that issue, and they're
Yeah.
no longer upset. But they
Yeah.
want you to be emotional.
Yeah. But so my thing with Roe v. Wade is not. I feel like it's not directed towards our group, or at least not our women. Now I know there are. I feel like the group that is directed towards or trying to pander to our women to get them on board. Like, oh my
Yeah,
gosh, look what they're doing to us.
yeah. They're taking away your rights. They're making you.
Because in the hood,
Mm,
Planned Parenthood stay open,
yeah.
and that's what it was written. And what people don't realize, or may not realize, is that's what it was originally designed for. Margaret
Mm,
Sanger originally created Planned Parenthood to for an additional way to control the black population.
right.
She said herself, the biggest sin on earth is to bring a child into this world.
Mm, mm,
That's on wax. That's on
man.
wax. It's not me making it up. You can Google her. You can Google her letter to Dr.
Yeah.
Proctor. This woman was diabolical, brother. She was diabolical. So I feel like that's something for the dominant society because their numbers are getting low.
Yeah.
Their
Yeah.
numbers are getting really low, and they're like, "Look, we how do we keep the women from aborting these babies? Let's ban abortion."
Yeah.
It's really for them. It's not for the black women. The black women want to go in there and get an abortion. They boy you. They almost get you some champagne.
Man, I'm gonna tell you. I heard that back in the 50s that doctors were actually like women would go in and get checked out, get the workup, to
Yeah,
make sure everything's working. But they were also, without telling them, sterilizing those women.
I believe it. I believe it.
They were doing
That's what
that.
that's what the whole Tuskegee, Alabama. That's what that
That
whole experiment was about. They
yeah.
let them walk around with syphilis to
Yep.
see the long term effects.
Mm-hmm.
Like what?
Yeah, man. And it's grimy that it's grimy that stuff like that happened, and they decided these are the best guinea pigs.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and like
These are,
it's not hidden. It's not hidden that Margaret Sanger, what she did, what her goal was. Why are a lot of our women? I blame feminism for it. A lot of our women really do fight for it just because they're making it. They're glorifying what Margaret was trying to do as a right.
yeah, yeah. And like I said, I'm not telling women how to what to do with their body. You do
Nah,
what you want to
no,
do, right? That's your body. Like I
yeah.
said, my body, my choice.
I'm just a guy.
Um, but I see a lot of the women I see with multiple children or multiple dudes that are unhappy and miserable.
Mm,
My thing is, as a woman coming up with this, let's say you don't have a lot of children, but you see, oh, she's making it, but is she really making it? Is she happy? Does
mm-hmm.
she feel like she got to fulfill life? Be different.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you mess with a dude, and he, oh man, I would like condoms. Stop messing with that dude immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Stop messing with that dude immediately. And I know there's crazy dudes out here. They want to grab a woman, which is we go back to that gun ownership.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't care
Yeah.
how strong. I don't care how strong his grip is. You hit him with that 38 right there, that thigh or that midsection. He letting go.
They call
Lead
it
is hot.
it's the great equalizer for a reason, right?
Lead
You
is
you could
hot,
be a
ladies.
big swole guy, but ladies,
Yeah,
if you're
pop pop.
armed,
Ooh,
able to defend
ooh,
yourself,
ooh,
I
ooh.
changed my mind. I'm gonna go sit down.
You know what I'm saying? And ladies, I feel like you have a right to that.
Heck
He
yeah.
trying to grab up on you, you ain't feeling them. No,
Mm-hmm.
you know they talk like that. It's silly talk. You pop pop. Ooh, shoot. Let me let you alone. You know what I'm saying? I believe that's how it should be.
Yeah, definitely.
Uh,
But if they
They'll cut
pass
down
these,
on.
what are you about to say?
I'm saying they'll cut down on a lot of these situations when sisters getting hurt
Mm-hmm.
and harmed and hemmed up and all that stuff. It'll cut it down.
Yeah, man. These legislations, man. That's why I'm against them trying to, pass them and just make it harder for law-abiding people, women, to be able to defend themselves. It's not a lot of people get this idea that guns just mean attacking, hurting, killing. No, it's about protection. It's about defense.
I told my children I own a firearm, but I've yet to have to use it on somebody.
Mm-hmm.
It is near my person at most times. I'll say that. Since we
Mm-hmm.
go on camera, I'm not going around. Yeah, I got my gun.
No.
Yeah, yeah, I got my gun. What you gonna do? Huh? Huh? You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Now, if somebody's driving erratic and they driving crazy and they like get next to me and they flashing their lights, I might reach for it.
Mm-hmm.
I might reach for it, but like, okay, I don't know what you got going on, but I don't need that. I'm trying to get home. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm not actively going around like, let me ride through this neighborhood or let me
Nah.
cut somebody off so they can say something crazy. So I don't live like that.
Nah.
If
And
I ain't got to use it, I don't want to have to use it. But if I need to use it, I'd rather have it near me to use it than be sitting out there becoming a victim. Because I
yeah.
got 3 children that need me to be around to, so they can eat up more food because that's what they do.
That's how, man. I tell you, it's not enough to just have them because people say I've heard people tell me, well, the problem with the black community is that there's too many guns out there. It's like those are just the wrong people with them, you
Yeah.
know,
And how they
untrained.
and how are they getting these guns? Most of them can't afford them.
They can't,
So how
you
they
know.
getting who's flooding them with guns? Because they can my cheapest the cheapest guns are like around 500. If you
Yeah,
want a nine,
pistols.
whether you get a 9 millimeter 40, 44, and 45, they
Mm-hmm.
around between $500 and $600. Cheap
Mm.
ones, brand new. Now you can
How,
get you a little 380 whatever like that, but you talking about $200-300. What's the reliability of that?
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And the real good guns are upwards of $700.
Mm-hmm.
Sig Sauer, Ruger, F&N.
Yeah, yeah,
You
man.
talking
I
about at
mean,
least 1200 for a pistol.
man, yeah, dude, yeah, you're right, you're right. But yeah, dude, it's definitely an integral part of the community to be able to defend yourself. So I'm glad we touched on it. I'm glad we got to talk about it.
Oh yeah, man. It's a hot topic. I hate to say it
Hmm.
like that, but
Yeah,
it's happening and it's now and it has to be discussed.
yeah,
And I think parents, let's another thing, talk about guns with your children so they understand what they see on the video games, what they see on these commercials in real
hmm,
life are not the same.
yeah, and
Education.
yep. And if it gets taken away, that option taken away from us, we're going to be the ones that get hit the hardest out of
Yeah,
anyone.
because we're the only ones going to listen. This is the law. You can't have guns. Okay. The criminal's
Mm-hmm.
like, shoot. The criminal's gonna do the Birdman hand rub. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man, he got a new TV the other day. That's my new TV. And they gonna
Mm-hmm.
come in your house with a gun, and you go, what you gonna do?
Yeah.
Help them
Yeah.
take it out the wall.
I mean, other than the Hispanic community, I say between us and them, we're the ones that gets hit the hardest when it comes to gang violence. I mean, white, of course, well, white too as well. But I mean, the Indian community doesn't have to worry so much about gang violence. Asian
it's
community
not,
don't
it's
have to
not
worry
a
about
part of
gang
the
violence.
it's not part of the thing. Like, and the thing about gang violence, especially now, is most people know who are participatory in that.
Mm,
They know where their hoods are at. They stay in their hood. They go to the grocery store and they come back to their hood.
mm-hmm.
They go to the movies and they come back to their hood. They don't usually go. That's usually the young hotheads that don't know no better. The OGs are like, look, we're gonna occupy our block. We're not gonna start nothing. We ain't gonna make it hot over here
Mm-hmm.
and have 12 on our block. We're gonna conduct business, whatever that business might be. I don't know. I ain't saying nothing. Uh, and we're gonna keep it pushing. But use
Yeah.
this to young hotheads. I got something to prove, so I'm gonna ride over here on the op street. It starts some static, It's like, yo, what are you doing? You man, then
Yeah.
you mess with the money because they shoot up our block. Now we gotta go shoot up their block, and now
Mm-hmm.
you got the cops running, putting locking everybody up.
Yeah.
And so I think gang violence has gotten the older generations gotten smarter. The younger generations, they're the ones that's like, I gotta prove something, I gotta do something, I
Yeah.
gotta move, I gotta mobilize. It's like, nah, we can move different. You know what I'm saying? Because I think
Yeah.
mafias, they didn't, unless you went on their turf, they didn't mess with you. If you was a rival mafia, unless you don't come on my turf, we ain't got no beef. You make your money, I'll make our money. If we can make some money together, we'll do that. We ain't
Yeah.
gotta be buddies, but stay on your side. We stay on our side. Now, when you come on our side, then we got to do something. This is, I think, it's the same thing um, with the gangs that we know of and how we know of them.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it's. But I think we all do need to be legally armed. You can be legally armed, be legally armed.
Mm-hmm.
Practice, get trained, get your LTC. I know you can do open carry. I'm not a fan of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fan of it because of certain things. Uh,
There is
um,
that stereotype, that stigma of like, ever seen a video of a white guy carrying a rifle and he's open carry in that
yep.
state, and
Oh yeah, I've
he
seen that.
didn't get pulled over. There's no, the white guy didn't get pulled over, but the black guy, two or three cops, skirt,
Yeah,
pull
yeah.
right on up.
The officer was talking to us like, "Hey man, is everything all right? What's going on with you?"
Mm-hmm.
He was all empathetic and stuff like that. He's like, "I'm just open carrying." Black dude, his thing, he's open carrying. He actually had his hand on the rifle.
Mm-hmm.
The black dude just had it on the sling.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! What are you doing with that gun? What are you
Guns
doing?
out, ready to go. It's like,
What are you doing with that gun? Open carry state.
yeah,
It's
you
like,
gotta be careful out there. You gotta be smart. If you go ahead and get yours, your CDL, concealed or open carry, whatever you're doing, make sure you're careful out there. Stay smart. Have your
yeah,
papers ready. Know your laws.
yep.
That that's key too. Know the
And
laws.
have a lawyer on retainer. It's actually a little bit more affordable than you think. Get
Mm-hmm.
your lawyer on retainer. See how much it costs for you to have one on retainer, and have them because
Yeah.
you get to talking. They gonna use everything you say, twist up your words, and use it against you. But you have that lawyer. You stay shut. You get embarrassed for a little bit because that's what they try to embarrass you and humiliate you to get out of character. They can say, "Oh, well, we had to shoot him because what
Yeah,
the war."
man.
But if you got your lawyer, you just be quiet. I'm just talking to my lawyer. You talk to your lawyer, let your lawyer handle all that, and then move forward. But
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying?
Right, right, right. So I'm gonna get away from that real quick. I'm gonna change it up a little bit. So, have you discovered any new black-owned businesses out there, man, recently?
Um, not really, man. I haven't really been. Um, I kind of been circling back to some of the older companies. Now, what as far as discovering myself, no. And I
Mm-hmm.
was on your IG post and I followed Dapper Look,
Dapper Luke. Yep, yep.
Dapper Luke,
Mm-hmm.
and two other ones that you had on that post where you was dressed up, you was dressed sharp.
Yeah, man.
I followed them, but I didn't. I necessarily haven't purchased anything, man. It's been things been so crazy with this inflation, and I'm
Yeah.
thinking of new strategies on how to reach out to my subscriber base and say, hey, I'll gladly get these products, but I need y'all to chip in a little bit. All right, a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
because it wasn't that bad last year when I was paying for stuff. It's like gas was reasonable, food was
Yeah.
reasonable. Now everything's moved up. I'm like, sheesh. Like,
Inflation is
hey,
no joke, man.
I'm
It's
like,
no joke.
y'all might not see their product until they go down. The prices go down.
Mm-hmm. It hits everybody, man. Especially even our businesses are definitely getting hit with that. The
Oh yeah,
inflation is no joke, and they trying to survive. A couple of businesses have went under. You know.
yeah, yeah. Our businesses, some other businesses. There's one
Mm-hmm.
place I went by. What was it? It was it a fuzzy taco or something like that? It's not even fuzzy taco anymore.
Mm.
It's some mom and pop style restaurant that's over there now. I'm like, sheesh, they got hit like that.
Damn, they gone.
Gone.
Man, dog. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's more important than ever to make sure we support our businesses as much as we
Yeah.
can and
Oh yeah.
help them survive through these tough times. Because before there was COVID, that was hitting businesses hard. They were up there. And now this inflation. And I'll tell you what, man, this past couple of years has just been tough for business.
It has
Period.
been horrible.
Mm-hmm.
COVID slowed it down.
Mm-hmm.
Inflation is making it too expensive. Um,
It's almost on purpose, man.
yeah, yeah. The way it feels like it's orchestrated, and the way it feels
Mm-hmm.
like it's orchestrated because it's hurting. It's hurting everybody. Look, my buddy, he finally got on Amazon Relay.
Mm-hmm.
It's a load board where you can pick up shipments from Amazon and go. And you supposed to make some money. It's been so crazy
Mm-hmm.
that if you picked up a load in Balk Springs and you delivered to Shreveport, you'd only make like $500.
Mm-hmm.
That's your total. That's all you make. But here's a kicker. You're driving a 25-foot box truck, $150 for gas to get down there.
Mm-hmm.
$150 of gas to get back. And here's the thing: there's no load coming back. They only got a load going forward. So
Mm-hmm.
you're deadhead on the way back. So you're losing money.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so basically, when it's all said and done, you might come out with $100
Mm-hmm.
for 7.5 hours worth of work. Well, actually 8 hours, because you get loaded, you
Mm-hmm.
head down there. It might even be 10 hours. Head down there, get unloaded, fill up, come back. So
Okay.
10 hours of work, you only make $100. You
Nah.
might as well work minimum wage.
Nah, don't sound good, man.
So he had to move around on that because gas was making it too hard to make any money. It was like,
Mm-hmm.
sheesh.
I'll tell you what. Well, I was able to discover black-owned Uber, man. There's a
Like,
there's a black-owned Uber app called Fair Rider. Let me go and throw it here. Now they're not big yet. I know they're in DC, but they
okay,
use electric cars, so they're eco-friendly and all that stuff. They have an app. It's real nice, man. It seems
okay,
good. And I really want them to grow. I drive, but I might have to get couple rides to the grocery store or something just to try it out, see what
yeah,
it's like. But it's just like Uber. They come pick you up, take you where you need to go, drop you off. You pay through the app, everything. So
okay.
yeah, man, I'm excited to see that.
You froze up for a second, bro.
Oh snap! Oh, my camera. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but you
Okay,
froze up.
let me just switch this over, man. I'm just gonna switch my picture over.
All right, no worries. I'm gonna grab my phone so I can download that app.
Yeah, man, definitely, definitely. That's a terrible picture of me right there. Look at my face. But yeah, Fair Rider, I like it. I really do. Um, how do how do I get my photo? I don't want my face being shown. Mm-mm-mm. One sec. But yeah, Fair Rider. It's a lot of things that we don't know is out there, and I was so surprised when I realized that about it, that we could have that we even have a business out there for that same thing, and it helps. It really helps. It really helps. My man, and yeah, it's important. It's important. So definitely try to, if you're near DC, DMV area, go ahead. If you're looking for a ride, especially even in DC, no one drives in DC. Even though they got the worst traffic, no one who lives in DC or near DC drives in DC. Go ahead, get a ride from Fair Rider. Try it out. Let me know how it is. Leave a comment down below because I want to see that grow. I want to see it expand to New York, LA, you know, Atlanta, all those places and become something much bigger. I think the app game, our community sleeps on our app game, man.
Yeah,
Hmm.
we coming around though.
Oh yeah,
We're
we
coming
coming
around. I
around.
was talking to a buddy of mine. We were talking about just cultural things that we've seen and how it's kind of prevalent. But I had to remind him like it's changing.
Mm,
We're undoing 500 plus years of being wronged and mistreated and misused and
mm,
ostracized and emotionally abused and all that stuff. We're unraveling that generation by generation, man. And we're actually, I feel like we're getting
mm.
somewhere.
I mean,
I think we're headed in the right direction. I
yeah.
think.
I mean, I get it. I get it. But at the same time, I don't think it takes 400, 500 years to get over some of this stuff. I know the system is built how it is, but at the same time, it's, to me, I just think that knowing that generations of people come here, and within 1 or 2 generations they're already in a better situation than they were.
Well, those people, they're typically buffer classes. Like, if we think about it, America has a huge bone to pick with black folk,
Mm,
even post slavery. Like, they didn't want us free.
mm,
And even after we were quote unquote free on paper, Texas was the last state to finally free its slaves. What, 3-4 years afterward?
mm,
Then there was Jim Crow,
yeah,
and we got to think about hell. We got to think about the wars, World War I, World War II, when a lot of white men were draft dodging and black men
mm,
were made to go fight. When they
yeah,
came back home, some of them didn't make it home.
mm,
They be in uniform. These same men that were too scared to go fight overseas would hem these black men up and then lynch them because you're wearing our uniform. You don't deserve to wear that. It's like, you cowards, you wouldn't even fight.
yeah,
So a lot of men didn't even make it home to their wives. They were supposed to come home and they found out, oh, he's dead. So I think it's a lot of compounded trauma,
mm,
and each generation getting away from the coping mechanisms. I feel like, we've used church as a coping mechanism. Some of us use weed and alcohol as coping mechanisms.
mm-hmm,
Where it's always want to party. We either at church, we want to party. We either church, we want to party,
right,
and we use those as coping mechanisms. And we're coming out of that. We're like, nah, this ain't party time.
nah, it's
This ain't
building
party
time.
time. I got to do something different. And the church is cool, but we sit in the church and we do the same thing every Sunday. We was a progression in the neighborhood. Now I can't do that either. And now we're finding our peers that are on the same wavelength that are like, yeah, it's time to build. Let's reach out. Let's do this. Let's organize. Let's make movements and actually do it. Now let's have a meeting, and then next week have another meeting and a luncheon and a meeting and a meeting and a luncheon and a luncheon and a meeting, and we keep perpetuating the nonsense.
Yeah, yeah, it's too much talking, man. I mean, I don't. That's why I'm more about action. Getting around just talking about the same problems over and over again, it puts you in a mindset where you just sometimes even think that there's no way out. And I
Yeah.
don't like that victim narrative. I call it the victim narrative. That's where they want us to be. They want us to think that way. And when you're thinking always about, well, it ain't gonna work anyway. White man just gonna do something or something, like the system's gonna hold me down. No,
They gonna do that regardless. That's the thing.
it's never gonna change. So
They are going to do what they're going to do regardless. So you either can fight back and
mhm,
put yourself in a better position, or you can get kicked while you're down.
right,
Either way it's
exactly.
go, they're going to do what they're going to do. When people's like, oh, when they were talking about, oh, if black men just better, they were treated better, this, that, and the third. Man, they were lynching us back in the day when we used to be dressed with blazers and slacks and
Mm-hmm.
hard bottom shoes. We were dressed in nines and we got killed. So they're
Yeah,
going to do it anyway.
yeah.
Stick up for yourself, fight back. It's because it's going to happen regardless. You
It's
can be
gonna happen
complicit.
regardless. Yeah, man.
I was our brother. Um, what's his name in Minnesota?
In Minnesota.
He was being complicit with the officer.
Mm-hmm.
Had his hands up. He told the officer, "Hey, I do own the firearm." He's like, "Well, you need to move it." And he went to reach. Okay, I'm slowly reaching to move it, and he still got
Oh.
shot in front of his girlfriend and the little girl.
Mm-hmm. I remember about that. I remember hearing about that.
And his name just escaped me. You can be complicit and die. You can be belligerent and die.
Mm-hmm.
If they want to kill you, they're going to kill you. They're going to attempt to make that attempt on your life. It's up to you if you decide you're going to fight back or not.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Don't want to be the victim narrative. And sometimes the tricky part is that we'll add it to things that's not really racism isn't really there. It's unfairness, but the racism isn't really there. But if you go through life with that kind of lens on your scope, everywhere you look, you're gonna see it, whether it's there or not. You know what I mean? It's tricky. It's tricky, man. But shoot, man, I gotta go to work tomorrow. I'm gonna
Right.
go.
Your camera ain't
Yeah,
working with you.
I'm glad you was able to come on, man. I'm glad you was able to come on.
Oh yeah, yeah, man. I'm saying once again, man. I if I just should have followed my first mind. I should have followed my first mind. I saw that the little hint. He was like, "Oh, if you do this, do that." Oh, okay. Never again, man. I'm just gonna go ahead. But look, it's time to go. I would have got out of there. I would at least got back home by 6:30,
hmm
and then we could have went on at the normal time. So,
Nah, you know what happens. Stuff happens, man.
yep,
But I'm glad you was able to come on. Period. I'm glad you came on. We got to do something.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? And the door open. And what happened with our sister, man?
Dude, I sent the confirmation email and never got back to me, man. Never got back to me. So,
Okay,
eh, you know, ain't much I can do about it.
right.
Just try to make it work. The show went on. I was contemplating, dude, should I just shut it down? Like, nah, don't do that, Mike. Don't do that. You said you're gonna do something, do it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But
most
dude,
definitely, brother.
so go ahead and tell them where they can find you on in your social medias.
So you can find me on IG, fan base, and YouTube, My Black Universe, as you see spelled on the screen. And then if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's MUNIV3RS3.
All right, all right. So go ahead, follow my man. And even though she didn't show up, go ahead and follow Minority Report TV. Check her out. And yeah, y'all have a good night, man.
Peace.
Let me go. I'm all slow. I need to go ahead and find the right car.